Of course, this raises a question also. Given that we know that ethics is so powerful and beneficial, why are we unethical? I want to suggest there are three reasons. One, we're regularly overwhelmed by painful, destructive motives and emotions: greed, fear, anger, jealousy, hatred, you know, that whole repertoire that we all know so well. Second, we are, for the most part, unaware of just how costly unethical behavior is. And third, the third reason we are not ethical is because we're unwilling to experience various painful emotions, experiences, etc. We're unwilling to face our fear of telling someone the truth, or we're unwilling to face our embarrassment of acknowledging we made a mistake. But let me tell you a couple of really important things to know about the way the mind works with painful emotions and painful inner experiences. There are a couple of things you absolutely really need to know. One is, when you're unwilling to experience something in the mind, it tends to stick around until you are willing to experience it. Okay? Second, what you're unwilling to experience runs your life. Really? You know, we had a guy in therapy at our clinic some time ago who was scared of bridges. Used to drive 100 miles to work each day around the bay because he was scared of bridges. It's a very obvious example, but it works at all kinds of levels and subtleties. It's much easier to be ethical around ethical people, which is why one of the practices for ethics, note this one down, this is one of the most powerful practices for ethics, is hang out with ethical people. Right. I spent 3 years writing a book, Essential Spirituality, looking at the world's spiritual traditions and what did they say in common. You know, I was really intrigued. Now, here are the great sages and wise people of history. What do they all have in common? What do they tell us we all should do? You know, and it turns out that what I found was that they seem to recommend 7 practices specifically that all of us should do if we really want to wake up and live fully and well. And what was really amazed me most was that for every one of those 7 practices, for every one of the great religious traditions, they said, if you want to develop this virtue or capacity, hang out with people who have it. Okay? Virtues are contagious. Okay? Consciousness is catchy. All right? That's why we come and hang out in these communities. It's kind of nice to hang out with people who share values and have, share some of the same ideals.